what you got going on.
Period.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop doing it. You feel me?
Stop following you, following the
Stop.
noise, all the naysaying, and all the who's saying, the way saying, what's gonna happen, who's gonna be this, gonna be this,
Say,
and the third, and
say,
everything
do what?
happening on the social media,
Talk
and
to. You
what's
got something to
trending,
say
this,
to
that,
the
and the third.
bomb. You got
You
something
know
to
what
say
I'm
to the
saying?
bomb.
This what it is, guys. This stop following the noise. You know what I'm saying? And get into the what makes you happy. What's keeping you going? What you know what I'm saying?
It's real. And that's the biggest thing, people worry about the wrong things,
You'll
about
find
what
yourself,
somebody else got
yeah.
going on. You feel
You'll
me?
find
You
yourself
got to
caught up
stay
in
around what you got going on. You feel me? You know?
Put yourself caught up in it.
Going to talk to them.
That's what
See,
you're doing.
going to you being rude, you got to talk to
So I
them.
got some people on the line right now. I'm gonna holler at you though. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he wrote. See, this is what I'm saying. Okay, so nobody ain't on. Okay, good. Because like I'm saying, rude. I know you ain't got my charger out here like this. Ooh. Ooh. No, he didn't. No, he did not. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Oh. Guys, today one of them days. I got moo. Chilling. I got Bible study today. And I'm chilling. Snacking and chatting. What in the world? Hey, training my love. I got you on in the room. We'll see how long they're gonna have me running. So we snacking and chatting. You feel me? So he was talking. Y'all would have to catch that in the beginning of the live. I got a phone call, and he got a phone call. You get what I'm saying? So he rude though. Rudeness, baby. But like he was saying, stop running behind the noise and stay focused on what you're doing. You feel what I'm saying? Don't run behind it. Don't run behind that. Because, ooh, baby. Mm-mm. But see, me, I've never been a follower myself. It's funny how certain stuff I speak on, right, that I share, and, uh, you know, like God is literally speaking. He's showing us a lot of stuff. He really is, guys. And I'm noticing I'm coming across certain different ones, not just YouTube, but it's saying people are really seeing things. It could be basically content, or it could be something they sharing, or it could be experiences. But 9 times out of 10, it have to be experiences. You get what I'm saying? You know, a lot of times people. That's why you can't really expect too much from a person. You get what I'm saying? And then like friends, you have to basically. I'm going to share this today. We tend to take. I shared this before though, but we do. We tend to take life for granted. You get what I'm saying? Life is not fair. Life is not fair, but it's still beautiful. You get what I'm saying? And it's what we make out of it. And everybody's not for us. Everybody's not for you. Okay? And everyone is not true to you either. Because they can't be true to you until they. No one can be true to anyone unless they're true to themselves. Period. That's it. That's all. And if you have a good friend, hold on to them, because it's very rare. Okay? But at the same time, that same thing you looking from somebody, you got to learn how to be. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of times a person could say, well, that person ain't a friend, that person ain't a friend, but are you one? You feel what I'm saying? You know, um, it's rare, but when you have it, hold on to it. And I'm grateful that I have, like I just spoke on RSNL, shout out to RSNL, she shared that her bestie birthday, happy birthday again, her bestie birthday, and she's speaking on that. It's hard to have real friends. It really is. It's hard to have a real friend. Actually, it's not hard to have a real friend, because a person's going to be true, they're going to be true, and you build that relationship. But again, some people don't know how to have that, but when you have it, you recognize it, and I'm like me. I said, I'm grateful for my bestie. One of a kind. That's my friend. Best friend. Basically, best friend. I have friends. Yo! Yeah. Boy, don't come knocking on my door again. Don't come knocking on my door again, baby. Feel me? I got my moo on and I'm ready. I'm comfortable. Hey, shout out to boss lady Denise. Got my moo. Got pocket. It's the pockets for me. Great vibes only, baby. P. Diddy? I'm not talking about no P. Diddy. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? That's another thing. Listen, I'm not here, and if you're coming in here with jokes, the joke is on you. You get what I'm saying? You know what? These people, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If you listen, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. People, if you really think about this, you gotta stop using that energy of worrying about what's going on with these celebrities. And at the end of the day, y'all lives is not right. You feel what I'm coming from? You get what I'm saying? Everybody is going through stuff. Things is going on everywhere. Hey, Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Mwah. If I miss anyone, I'm sorry. Hi, Dr. Destiny. How are you? Mwah. And it goes back to what he was saying. Now, I know it's going to be a little tea. Don't get me wrong, a little tea here and there. I get it. But if you stay constantly focused on a celebrity and what they got going on in their lives, and your life ain't even right, come on, get that peck out your eye, baby. Get it out your eye, as the Bible speaks. Why are you wasting energy on? I'm going to sit and waste my energy on what a celebrity got going on in their life, and my life is not perfect. You can, man, make it make sense. Them people ain't feeding me. We got to take a look at ourselves. What are we really talking about? What are we really speaking about? You get what I'm saying? We got to stop talking and speaking on certain stuff that don't even matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. What's going on in our own lives and what we doing for ourselves, that's what matter. Now, I see if you just speaking on something, that's fine, but people be using too much energy on stuff that don't. And a lot of them people got money that you trying to get that you ain't got. You get what I'm saying? Make it make sense. Money don't make you happy. It's just a tool. You feel what I'm saying? The more I sit and think about this stuff, it's funny. It's funny, but it ain't funny. You get what I'm saying? We got to just wake up. Wake up. Like he said, get out that noise. You wasting your time. Use that energy on yourself. You feel what I'm saying? It's real, man. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Destiny. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. 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 I've been checking you out. I've been seeing you. I see you. A Buddha supports a Buddha I'm sorry, Buddha's healthy. Dang, man, I gotta get my glasses. Journey and trending. Yeah, don't come. It's great vibes and light in life. I wanna Brittany Wells. Hello, mommy motivator. I'm sorry I had missed you, cause I be talking and stuff. Trending live. Yeah, did I speak trending? Yeah, yeah. Don't come in here with that. Don't come in here. Tell me some P Diddy. Listen, I wasn't there. I don't know. Just like people don't know what's going on in your household, what you got going on. Everybody got a story. You get what I'm saying? His may be bigger. You feel me? Because maybe the extra money or whatever, or whoever it is out there that's a celebrity got the extra money, so they may have a. But at the end of the day, it's still a story. It's still a story, and everybody have a past. People forgetting that. They forgetting that now. At the end of the day, you still got to give people grace. It's not your call. It's God's call. That's just like R. Kelly, for example. That's why I say you got to be careful. We could be in our feelings with some stuff. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of times we can't blame put you can't put it on that person with the stuff that he done. He made some bad mistakes. I've made mistakes too. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So what he did was he leaned on God, for forgiveness. You get what I'm saying? I literally heard some songs that about his album. I listened to it. I listened to the words. He wrote a letter, like a song to his parents, even to his parents. That's deep. You get what I'm saying? His mother and father. He wrote a song to them. And the words was just so deep and powerful. It wasn't no play. He ain't doing that for no play. He doing that for his salvation. You get what I'm saying? For his peace. He asking for forgiveness. So one thing about this, something that God have know that you sincerity that God have forgave you for. I want somebody to know this, and I want somebody to hear this clear because this is real. Something that God, if you don't went to God with your whole heart, and He done forgave you, it don't matter who else out there in the street don't that what nobody else don't forgive you for. Because if God have forgiven you, let me tell you something. You ain't got to keep going through it from the outer people. They're gonna always outside people gonna always penalize you for something. Don't allow basically what I'm saying is don't allow people to penalize you something for something that God already forgave you for. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know. So this man, and it's not making it okay what he done. So guess what? It's a healing process now. So now he's healing just as well as the people that he hurt is healing. So, but they gotta allow themselves to heal. They're gonna have to forgive. You get what I'm saying? Not for what he done, but for their inner peace. You get what I'm saying? For their inner peace. And guess what? Not only them, but their parents too, because a lot of it was dealing with the parents too. But that's on their court. I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm just here speaking. And this is strictly facts. This is not no opinion. This is just real strictly talk. You feel what I'm saying? It's real talk. That's it and that's all. Period. Everybody got a story. Yeah. Shoot. So he just like That's only difference is right. That's the money didn't horrible. Thanks, right. The issues with God. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's real. Listen, no more than me, but the things I'm not saying like I was a bad person, but I have made mistakes. You get what I'm saying? I had to go to God for forgiveness. You get what I'm saying? Forgive me. If it's somebody I hurt or something like that, well, okay, I apologize for that, and not use excuse. Well, I did that because you did this. You hurt me, but it's the way because like I said, I used to be I was reacting in a violent way. You know what I'm saying? That was me. I had no patience. Somebody hurt me, I'm just swinging. You feel me? It's like, why are you doing this? That wasn't the right, correct way to do things. You get what I'm saying? That's not the right way. I had to ask God to help me, to forgive me, for that, and change my ways of doing that, reacting in that way. You get what I'm saying? And reacting the way, because like somebody hurt me to the heart, and it's like, why? Well, guess what? Man, I'm going to hurt you. You get what I'm saying? Because you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. You know why you hurt me? That ain't the way. That's not the way. And then other things, just, everybody got a story, man. That's my point. I wasn't nobody rich, but at the end of the day, I got a rich heart. You get what I'm saying? I'm rich in heart. I don't have all the money and all that money and stuff like that. And I don't play like I'm somebody I'm not. This is why I say the way I am off the book is the way I am on the book. I'm just true, my true self. Period. I'm not faking the funk for no one. And my thing is, I'm here to encourage people, to inspire people, But as I encourage people, I encourage myself too. But the thing is, we got like it's so easy. They done made a new word. Make it make sense. Exactly. You make it make sense. Why be concerned or down or try to just basically on someone else when your life ain't right? What part of your life is perfect? Share it, leave it in a comment, and tell me this day, what part in your life that's perfect? You get what I'm saying? You cannot. No one can tell me nothing. No, nobody. No one. No one. Okay? Now, we all got something in common. We ain't perfect. You feel what I'm saying? We're not perfect. We got that in common. Okay? Something else we got all in common. Well, no, 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 no. We do. We do got it in common. We got an awesome, great I am God, but everybody don't serve the same God. You get what I'm saying? Because it's another God that's wicked, that's evil. That love all this confusion and hatred. With everyone against one another. And missing the picture and being blind to the fact. You get what I'm saying? That's that. So you have people that stay stuck to that God. Which is Satan. So I want to stay. I stay with. I believe in the God that wakes me up every morning and keeps me, smiling even when I'm down. He still helped me to put a smile on my face and help me keep pushing. You get what I'm saying? Through all endurance and trials and tribulations. You get what I'm saying? That's the God, the God that created all things. That created all things and want the best for me. You see what I'm saying? That's the who I lean on. That's the God I lean on. Okay, the God that forgives me, that loves me unconditionally, that God, that want love and peace, for me and my life and for your life as well, you know. God is so good all the time, and this is why I give him praise at all times. And matter of fact, I'm in my 50s now, but I've always done it. Even in my young age, my 20s, 30s, even I wasn't perfect. I still carried them in my before. Her name was Miss Barbara. No, excuse me, Miss Mary Caldwell. She said, listen, Missy, always that spiritual side, carry God with you no matter where you go. You carry him with you. Because without it, you will be lost and you will stay lost. And then you know what? The words stayed in my head. My mother, she was in the house of God and things. She was, but you know how your parents may tell you something in a different way. She showed me and led me in the right direction. She did. But this was just basically my spiritual teacher was talking to me and just saying, remember that I kept that just as well as my mother taught me things, and those words stayed in my head. You get what I'm saying? Stayed in my head. Same as my mom with the scripture, Proverbs 5, 3, 5 through 6. Do not lean on your own understanding. And this is the thing right now. We tend to lean on our own understanding. Stop trying to do that because when things is laid out, you ain't gonna understand that the thing that's only for God to know. And if you need to understand, you have to ask God for that, for understanding, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is where you're going to get it. Man can't give you that. Only God can. And the only way you can get it through is through spiritual. We're going through a spiritual warfare. Understand? This is why the minds and the mental and everything is all messed up right now because through worrying about the wrong things, man. I'm not about to sit here and be worrying about. Don't get me wrong, because Angie Stone just passed away. Now I love my celebrities and their music in different ways. Different celebrities, actors, actresses, and different things. Don't get me wrong. So receive what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? I'm not talking about that. I'm speaking about using energy to tear people down and worrying about what they did right, what they didn't do right. You get what I'm saying? make it make sense. When something ain't right and I got to get right because I don't have it all together. I don't have it all together. I definitely don't have it all together. Don't know it all. I don't have it all together at all. But I know who have it all together, and that's God. That's who I lean on. That's it. So I got my cucumber, guys. Hello, Biggs. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, guys, push it up. See, when I'm in, like, when I get into these conversations. Now, mind you, I didn't expect to be talking about this right now. You get what I'm saying? He come knocking on my door. You feel me? And we always get into a deep convo. You know what I'm saying? He always, me and him, we talk. It be deep. It's just basically life. A lot of things that we see, and it's all right though. A lot of things that, that's the whole purpose. A lot of things that people may don't see or others may don't see, you see it, someone bring it to you, and you be like, wow, yeah, that makes sense. You learning something new all the time. You get what I'm saying? Only if you allow yourself to receive it. You get what I'm saying? And then you share it. That's it, and that's all. What the things that I see now, a lot of it I didn't see a while ago. Some of it I didn't even see yesterday. That God allowed me to see different today. You know what I'm saying? In the light. You see what I'm saying? Because I pray to keep me in the light. I don't want to stay in the dark. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to stay in the dark. So this is why I say today I'm laid back. Today I'm chilling. I want to keep my mind right. Mind right and everything, for I can be prepared for Bible study tonight. I can interact with the study on God's word. You get what I'm saying? On God's word. This has nothing to do with religion. This has something to do with, this is just dealing with your mind and leaning on God. This is a spiritual warfare, and it is important to have your mind right. It's very important to have your mind right. You look around you. This Look around. I ain't got no energy or no time to be worrying about other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Look around. Look how many people are lost, done lost themselves, and don't even know which way to go and things like that because so much stuff is going on. You get what I'm saying? Now I've been pulled back a little bit due to a big loss I have had, loss due to death, in my family. But I still see the light, though. There's things that's going on. See what I'm saying? We want to stay focused. You get what I'm saying? Not being aware of what's going on around us. With our celebrities, because I care about that. Listen, I don't play about Mary J. You feel what I'm saying? But see, Mary J. still, she got a story, but she's leaning on her God is keeping her pushing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody got a story, you know. So, but the thing is, don't let that. We got to be careful who we talk about. We got to be mindful of it. Worrying about the wrong thing, man. And our lives ain't perfect, you know. Like, is your windows? How dusty is your windows? How filthy is your windows? You know what I'm saying? As they would speak in them old days. But at the end of the day, you get what I'm saying? Somebody may got a little dust on their window, and you. And I'm speaking in general. Out here, worrying about what's going on, and yours is filthy. You feel what I'm saying? Make it make sense, man. You got to make it make sense. You get what I'm saying? They got it trending. Make it make sense. You got to make it make sense. Me personally, I don't care. My main thing is live and let live. You feel what I'm saying? My main concern is what I'm doing and ask God to continue to use me to do His perfect will. I'm not perfect. I fall short. I don't play like I'm. No, I'm not doing that. For what? Why? Who was I proving that to? I'm not even out here trying to impress no one. You feel what I'm saying? Never did. Never was. I never was that type of person. Never. Why? It don't make sense. It's a waste of time. Why? You know. Only person I'm trying to be better than is the person I was yesterday. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. You know. And if it's something that, you know, that I can help someone with that's going through something, to share something, to uplift, you get what I'm saying? To continue to keep on pushing and fighting the fight. That's what I'm going to do. You know, this is what it's about. You know, I'm not the one tearing no one down. You know, you got people that feed off of that. But the only ones that feed off of that is the children of the corn. But people change though. People do change. You know, people change. You know, they change, you know. Because they want to. Everything is a choice. It's about what you want, you know, is what you want to do. You know. Guys, I got my cucumbers. I got my mumu on, boss lady. Denise gifted me with. Right here, my mumu, and I got Trini Live TV. She in the background. She in my bedroom. She's drunk. Shout out to Trini Live TV. Y'all check it out. Check it out. Matter of fact, guys, y'all can type in. Y'all can type in V.O.M. to drop y'all links if y'all want. V.O.M. What in the world? What my doggone thinking? Yeah. Oh, baby. That's it. See, I was not even. I guess it was just me because I was not coming. I actually was gonna do me a smoothie, right? And I thought it was the maintenance guy because they asked me was I going to be home today. I said yeah, right? Because I already knew what I was doing today. And so I thought it was the front door. That's what I'm like, what in the world? Because I was in the back in my bedroom because I got training running, but I'm doing laundry and stuff too. You know how that is. You're doing more than one thing. And somebody knocked. I'm like, what in the world? I open the door. I'm like, yeah. Then it go to the patio, the back door. It was him. So I told him I was gonna go live. I'm gonna do a smoothie, but it wasn't that conversation. So it was just meant. You get what I'm saying? You know. So that was just that just went naturally. You get that was just a natural thing. You know. So I am really glad of that though, to be honest, because I just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Look at there. Have some guys. Swoop like me supporters. Mwah. Lady Lot. Mwah. I can't even do the video. God. Oh my God. I deleted my. No, I didn't mean to though. I deleted my video. Uh, yeah. Exactly. Like I said, stop worrying about what people got going on in their household, and you got to worry about what you got going on in your household, because ain't nobody perfect. Can't be out here talking about people, gossiping. One thing about me, I can't stand. I don't sit around and talk about people. That's something, and I don't want to even be around nobody that do that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all that right now about me. People know who to talk to. You know, because one thing about me, I'm a confidential person. That means everything don't need to be said. Everything don't need to be told. You know, this is why people don't trust no one. You get what I'm saying? I don't deal with foolery at all. At all. I don't sit around and talk about people and what they got going on. You know, like where I live at now. A lot of people like, where you been at? I said I've been around out the way. I don't be knowing nothing because I don't really care. You know, that's life. That's somebody else's business. And I don't care. I don't care too tough about that. Let's put some money together and make these communities better. Let's talk about that. Cause it can be done. Let's talk about that. You get what I'm saying? You know, because a lot of stuff that can be done if we stick together. But it's not going to happen because their mindset is on other stuff. You get what I'm saying? That don't matter. Stuff that have them stuck. And who you think about who do you think that wants you to be like that, to stay like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't sit around and gossip. Don't get me wrong. There have I been like a little cup of tea or something like that? Like, girl, what? Or what the world? No, don't do that. Or vent or something. Yeah. Not don't survive around. You know, don't involve around. Don't involve gossiping and talking about people. No. Or how somebody look or how they dressed or this. No, I don't do that. That's not me. That's not my life. It never was. I've never been that type of person. So, like I said, when people come over here and they say little smart, little cute stuff, that don't bother me. I feel sorry for people because I'm like, people really like that. They cruel. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how cruel people can be. But guess what? The thing is, it's not about me. It ain't about me. Mm-mm. It's not about me. It's about what they got going on that they're not happy with. So you ain't happy with, change it. It's only you can change it. Nobody else can do it but you. That's it. You know, and not for nobody else. You got to do what's for you. What's happy for you. You get what I'm saying? So y'all see how my live going. I'm gonna see how it's gonna be because I'm gonna let y'all know. Whoever that's following me in my lives or whatever, listen. I am not cutting my lives out. That is YouTube cutting my lives out, guys. Okay. Now I'll be talking about one thing and then I'll end up talking about something else because I be having a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Then it's times when I won't say nothing. See it? You know? Yeah, shoot. Be sitting around here talking about people. It's one thing of being observative, and it's another thing of being nosy. You got that in the YouTube street. So, okay. Are you being observative? You following somebody or you just being nosy? Which one is it? Okay, some people can say they nosy, but I'm just saying, basically, being nosy and just being in somebody's business. I'm just saying, we flawed. We are flawed. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Big Rooster, thank you for coming through, man. Ooh, you be shining, baby. Big Rooster, where you been at, man? You still do the thing on Sunday? Yeah, or just being, I was speaking about nosy. One person can say, well, I am nosy. But at the end of the day, you still have good people can say they nosy, but not in a bad way. If that makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Because it does make sense. Not to the point of trying to hurt someone. Just feel like they just wanted to see what's going on. Because sometimes I see stuff to be going on. That could be considered being, I guess, for one, that's me seeing what's going on. That's being nosy, then call it. You know what I'm saying? Call it what it is. But for the most part, it's a lot of stuff that go on. I don't be paying that no mind. And then too, like my blinds, for example, I shared this before. I like to have my blinds open. It's for to brighten up the house. For one, I don't want nobody looking in my house. Not for that. To brighten up the house. And not for me to be trying to see what if no. It's not for that. This is why I say, you know, people we tend to take life for granted because we're worrying about the wrong things. And that goes back to shout out to Fuga Mama. I ran across one of her shorts today. I'm trying to catch up on some content. And listen, Fuga Mama caught a fish. Fuga Mama was, I felt that because I was happy too. I was happy. It's like, I'm right there. Listen, guys, I'm telling you. Listen, baby. Listen. I be into it. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't, I, uh, like I'm behind this camera, but I'm a person. I'm a human being. I don't feel like I'm an internet person. I'm a woman. Okay, I have a name. I have a family. I'm somebody. It ain't no different with somebody out here in the street that I don't know. You feel me? I was just telling this to a lady last night. We were speaking, about, where I live and where I have to drive at. And I'm like, listen, you got to be careful with people that be around, right here around you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's real talk. Well, she caught the fish and she was like, the country. I'm like, listen, I used to love fishing. And my son-in-law, little Junior's dad, he loved to fish. He fished. And little Junior go fishing too. He go fishing. Yep. So congratulations, Fuga Mama. That's just a great thing. But the thing is, my moral story is the beauty of life. The things that you could be doing, if you allow yourself to do it. You get what I'm saying? Fishing may not be for everybody. That's okay. But it's a lot out here in the world to do that don't really cost no whole lot of money. It's the beauty of life. This is what I'm saying. The beauty. It's the beauty of it. That's what I'm saying. Allow yourself to see the beauty of life. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot in it. You know, life can be unfair again, but life is still beautiful if you can see the beauty of it. Allow yourself to see the beauty of it. You know, so it's important. And guess what? It's more important now, more now than ever. More wasting that time on the wrong things. Like I said, use that energy and figure out how we can build in the communities and stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. What we could do better to better ourselves or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, and basically, our families, our children, for the future. You get what I'm saying? But it still starts within. You can run, but you can run, but you can't hide because everything a person looking for and searching, you know where you're going to return right here. Everything is right here within yourself. How about that? Like you said, don't worry about that noise, man. Don't worry about it. Be concerned about yourself. You use too much energy on this and that, worrying about people. But I'm saying to each his own. This is life. That's what people do. I don't care about it. I don't care. I'm just speaking. That's what people do, man. And we got to learn how to check and correct ourselves. When we check and correct ourselves, that's a whole part of growth. It's a big part of growth. But that's the biggest one of our problems. And the reason why I say we is because we are one in the Christ of body. Christ. We are one in Christ. We are. Because when he died for all of us. So we have to do better. You get what I'm saying? And check ourselves. Check it correct. Like, who are you? You're not better. You. And that person made a mistake. But you make mistakes too, though. Make you better than the next person. You get what I'm saying? I know we got some cruel, wicked people out here. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about that, man. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, when you out here talking and you judging people, you being judged too. Nah, you won't get that from me. You gonna sit around here and be sitting talking about nobody. Tear nobody down or worry about what somebody got going on, what somebody got in their pocket, and this and that. Man, stay in your own pockets. Stay in your own pocket, and what I'm gonna do is pray for that person, the less fortunate. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pray for that person, and stop trying to be. Everybody is all good as long as you right there, but as long as you if they feel like you doing better or doing something, then that's when you got an enemy. That's so stupid. It's fake. But mm, it's the world we live in, and this is why you got to stay focused on what you got going on, man. Me personally, I got mad love for everybody. A lot of people ain't my cup of tea, but I don't hate you. You get what I'm saying? I keep my distance. That's what I do. I do. Same way I am on the book is the way I am off the book. And I am literally a social person. I'm a social person. I'm very social. I meet no strangers. I could get along with anybody, but I'm not trying to get in to fit in. You feel me? Because I don't have to. I don't have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't have to get in to fit in. You feel me? At all. I'm not doing that. You ain't gonna get that from me. Spiritual awakening. I got my cucumber. I ain't must did no. Hey man, I deleted my YouTube by accident. Look at that. I got a message. I didn't even know. Yep. So listen, this whole thing went. Listen, my thing didn't even send. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I was sending Latanya a message and it didn't go through. My phone full. Oh, Latanya cooking for the soul. Mwah. Shoot. I was sending love to her, just sending, making sure she good and stuff. And the message, I'm like, who the world? I got a message, and look, it's my message. It didn't send. Oh, baby. It didn't send. But, guys, this whole life, listen, he started something. You know what I'm saying? I think we about to get deep in the conversation. You know, like, boom, boom. I got a call. Then he got a call. It went. This is how it went. You know what I'm saying? So. Oh boy. So I got it's all good. I'm still gonna make my smoothie though. Tag man. I'm gonna do a video and share it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a smoothie. That's what I'm gonna do. I got a mango. I'm gonna have me a mango. Guys, I'll be doing my um spiritual awakening there. Hey. Woo woo. Yeah, so I got cut out on my live yesterday, guys. So I apologize. I apologize. What I was trying to say yesterday too, I said that I gotta write the names down. People that's on the TikTok too. I'm gonna share your guys, do a video and have your names out in the TikTok where people could connect with you guys. Cause I post on the TikTok. I just started back though, cause I've been like away from it. I just been like, you know, for the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I really haven't been okay. I'm still not really okay, but I'm getting a little better. But I'm not okay. I'm good. I'm gonna be okay. You know, but that right there, you won't get that from me. I don't deal with that mess. No. Oh, it's raining where you at? Well, we need some rain though. That pollen is so it's bad. It really is. I probably won't get sick. And gotta get some stuff down for the snakes. People. I mentioned it, but I'm gonna put some stuff down. Probably some more. I'm gonna get some stuff to sneak it with something front and back. My house anointed, but I'm gonna go on and anoint my house inside out again. It was already anointed though, but that sun stuff dried it up, the oil. We like it's like a mark. them snakes. Cause what I do, you gotta chop that head off. You feel me? I don't fool with snakes. I don't care how little, how what they say. A snake is a snake. Ain't nobody faking no funk around here. Like I gonna start, I'm gonna keep it one. They be talking about some 100. No, a lot of people be talking about some 100. Man, gonna get by. And we gonna keep it real around here. Ain't no faking no funk. Keep it real because we all are all human. We human around here. There ain't nobody better than this one. Shoot. Nobody perfect, and then the thing is, life be life and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody having a hard time. No, I'm not get me wrong when I said that about R. Kelly. I'm not saying that. I was speaking about when somebody came in here talking about some P. Diddy. That's where I'm coming from. And I'm not taking up for no P. Diddy either. I'm not taking up for none of them. My moral of the story was, and I hope somebody get what I was saying. The moral of the story is stop wasting time, energy on what these people got going on. And when you got the same thing, them people that got money, you got it going on right there in your doggone neighborhood. We got it going on in our neighborhood. You would believe respect with the stuff, excuse me, guys, with the same shit that be going on. Yeah, I said shit. It's be going on right here in your neighborhood. This is just people up, that celebrities, cause icons. You know what I'm saying? Again, but this same stuff be going on right here where we at. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, man. You got people worried about who's doing drugs, who's selling drugs, and all this other stuff, or who's smoking and whatever, weed and all that. Okay, what my thing is, if somebody's smoking weed, what about somebody smoking that's smoking crack? You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? You got people smoking crack. Ain't nobody talking about that because nobody don't care. That's that person business. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, man. People be worrying about the wrong damn thing. Excuse me, God. Excuse me. But that could really hit a nerve. Worrying about the wrong thing, man. Listen. Clean your doorsteps. You feel me? So, back right here, the voice that matters. It matters. The voice, the people matter. You the V.O.M. You got a voice. You human. You got a voice. Even the silent voice matter. You get what I'm saying? It matters. It ain't about that. Worrying about what that person got going on. Come on now. People do puff get. So what? Then what a puff give? I have to tell you right now. I used to smoke weed. I used to smoke the people's reefer. I used to be a smoker. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? I ain't bothering nobody. It didn't stop me from taking care of my children. It didn't stop none of that stuff. It didn't stop nothing. I kept moving the groove. I wasn't in nobody business. None of that. You know what I'm saying? What? Why are you worrying about? People worry about the wrong things, man. Come on, man. Stop it. You gotta stay focused on what you got going on. I was a heavy smoking cigarette. I smoked cigarettes heavy. That's why pretty much my lungs, you know what I'm saying? Realistically, COPD, what they want to call it. So I take care of my lungs, keep my lungs clear. I was a heavy smoking cigarette, you know. Shoot, I used to puff I used to buy my blunts by the box. Huh? I did. But that didn't change who the person I was on the inside. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't do it because what somebody else had going on. I did that because that's something that I chose to do, that I done, that I did. So you gotta stop, judging people. That's the thing, worrying about what somebody got going on and being the light and try to fix yourself and your life what you got going on. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's the moral of the story. It wasn't about trying to take up for R. Kelly, because it goes back to the Bible with that, with the prostitute, how they try to stone that with the prostitute. What did Jesus do? He forgave her. See, throwing them stones, but that one brick you ain't gonna be able to handle. And that, ooh, baby, you feel me? And I got my moo on. I thought you is. Oh, you rule like that? It didn't
I
matter.
had some things I
I
needed to
feel
get
you. I
done.
feel you, baby.
I'm doing some running and some ripping. But I get back at you. You live right now?
Yeah, I'm still love. I'm talking family, baby. This is my family. This is the bomb, baby. Voice that matters. You feel me?
Thanks.
You the voice. You got a voice, don't you? You the bomb.
No. Running
And
and
ain't
ripping.
nobody can't. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't do nothing about that. You not know people that's not even living. And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna show y'all for example. I found myself watching Healthy G Mom today. I'm telling you, I miss that lady. I miss her. I miss her, and I just miss her, guys. Healthy G Mom. And I'm trying to not beat myself up of not connected with her more, because we was connected. I had her phone number. We had both had phone numbers, but the spam was so bad because it was picking up. It was just so bad from that one phone number. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh girl, don't beat yourself up. You watched the stuff. You supported her. She supported you. But it was more than that. We had a connection. We literally, we talked on the phone. A couple of times, but it could have been different. She was that person. She was that woman, and I was so proud of her. I was so happy for her, and I just, I know it's a lot that I could still, catch up with. A lot of stuff that she did share, and it's, because it's hard to keep up with everything. So guess what? She's not here, but she's still, in spirit. She is. It's still speaking. Her channel is still speaking. It's the silence. It speaks. Do y'all get what I'm saying? It matters. It do. It matters. It was something. What it was, how to make something, and something she shared that I forgot, because she had so many different things that she said what she was making, because she had like the greenhouse and she was growing stuff right there in her house, and stuff, a lot of stuff, she had going on. Shoot, Lord, going in. Yeah. Look at him. See what I'm talking about? Uh, So, and I still learn a lot of stuff from you guys. Buddha, she told me about the kiwi, and I did the research on it. Just different stuff. All of you guys, I be learning stuff. Shoot, some people have fear like they can't learn nothing. You get what I'm saying? Okay, well then, since you know it all, I'm gonna let you figure that you figure that you know it all. I don't care about it myself. I stay focused on what I got going on. You get what I'm saying? Me. And then I share it to you guys. But and if I guess people in their minds, it's the mindset. Well, I don't know her, so it don't matter. That's why people do the stuff they do. You get what I'm saying? But you gotta be mindful. You gotta be careful, because at the end of the day, in God's eyes, that's not what that's about. You still do to others as you want them unto you. You get what I'm saying? Just because somebody up here do that means you're gonna mistreat them? Because, well, it don't matter. I don't know them. You get what I'm saying? So like, I had to let some people go for a reason, because they wasn't for me, you know. But I don't wish nothing bad on no one. I just keep it moving and grooving. Hi, Miss Patty. How are you? Miss Patty said, hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great Tuesday. My Tuesday is going great. And it's warm out here, too, guys. We have some good weather. And I'm glad the wind calmed down some, because we've been having some bad wind, you know. It been creepy. It has been so creepy and weird. You know what I'm saying? Very weird. You know. This, this like something. This ain't right. Miss Patty, I missed your live today. You was on. You was already gone. You must didn't stay on too long. I missed it. Yeah. But I'm glad you're doing. You doing okay. I'm glad you're doing good though. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah. 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 So I come live. I was gonna do a live and do me a smoothie, but somebody knocked on the door. Well, it was a knock. I always thought it was the maintenance guy. But it was I'm like, dang, had me. I got my little moo on, Miss Patty. Got my moo on that boss lady Denise gifted me with. It was a gift with different things in it. And this is one of them, and it's so nice and soft. Oh, got pockets. Oh, I got my little. It's short too, a little short. I go up there and this dude right here, you know what I'm saying? Just check this dude out. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go live. And then he set it off talking about some stuff, right? And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Like, don't worry about that noise out there. Stay focused on basically stay focused on what you got going on. It's real. You know, you know, I like I was speaking about, and I use no. Someone spoke on P Diddy and my. I guess they try to be funny in my live, and basically I was saying like, you know, I ain't worried about no P Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about none of this stuff about these people out here, these celebrities. Not saying that I don't care. I'm not speaking about that, but I don't have the right to judge no one and what they got going on, especially when my life is not perfect. You get what I'm saying? Like I had brought up, I use R. Kelly as like an example. R. Kelly made some mistakes, right? Some ugly, very ugly mistakes that hurt a lot of people. But this man, he had been in touch with God. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is, God had forgave him. Forgave him. Who am I to talk about him like a dog and what he done was something that God done forgave him? You know what I'm saying? Now he's on the healing process of forgiving himself. You feel what I'm saying? And the people that he hurt, they on a healing journey too. I don't have that right. And I'm not gonna do it at all. Yeah, I ain't gonna do it. Hey, 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 how are you? Welcome on in, guys. Hello, Lisa Bell. How are you? Welcome on in. Thank you, Miss Patty, for welcoming them in, because I didn't even see them, because I was talking. I be into my talking. I get deep into it. So I'm like, I don't have the right to sit, and these are celebrities. You get what I'm saying? They just have extra. They just have the money, extra more money than I have. But they still have a life. And the same thing, they have money. The same thing that they done, they mistakes and stuff. It's going on. This stuff that's going on right here around my neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? Right next door. You least you when you think it ain't going on, it's going on everywhere. It's going on everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Right here in our communities, it's going on, and and that's real talk. We just don't know who and where, but it's going on. You get what I'm saying? So I don't waste energy talking about how to drag or just talking on somebody. Which okay, I'm not talking about nobody content. I'm speaking about me. I ain't using that energy on that. My energy is used on being a better me. You feel me? In my life, what I got going on and growing closer to a relationship with God to help me, along the way, in my life. You feel what I'm saying? We tend to use energy on the wrong things. You get what I'm saying? You know, especially when it's dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? Down at people and different stuff like that. That's where I'm coming from. Because, like I said, I made mistakes too in life. You get what I'm saying? Now, and I say everybody done made a mistake. Now, if somebody that's perfect, they can, again, like I said, if they got a perfect life, they can go ahead and leave a comment in here and tell me their life. Nobody can tell me. Yeah, exactly. But like I said, ain't nothing wrong with little tea and stuff like that. I'm not touching that. It's just more basically, we use life is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Life is beautiful. It could be unfair, but at the end of the day, life is still beautiful. It really is, but we tend to take it for granted. We do. We tend to take life for granted. You get what I'm saying? We tend little fella, but a love, trending live, love, TV love. High offenders, we tend to take life, for granted, and it's basically like checking, correcting ourselves, Because like I said, I am not, and I don't waste my time. Like I said, I don't waste my energy on gossiping on people about people. I don't talk about people. I never was that person. You get what I'm saying? Someone talking to me, telling me something, it stays with me. Even if it ain't even supposed to be a secret, I still don't go tell it. That's not me. That's not my life. I don't go telling people business. You get what I'm saying? I never was that type of person. Even in my neighborhood, I have my blinds open. It's not to be nosy. I had shared that I'm like, well, some stuff like you will see what's going on. Well, that could be considered nosy. Somebody may say, well, I'm a little well, it being observant and nosy. Well, my thing is, I'm not the one to be worrying about what somebody got going on. Not trying to say I never but me personally, what I do, I walk out my door and look. I don't have to creep. I don't creep and do nothing. You feel me? That's just me. I'm speaking about me. I don't creep and do stuff. I just do it. If that makes sense. That's just sneaking. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own. You get what I'm saying? To each his own. I'm just, yes, Miss Patty, I am. That's the type of person I am. I don't go telling nobody else business. That's just not me, man. That's not me at all. I don't even care if I get mad at that person. If that person upset me. You know how people, they get mad at you, then they want to tell your business and this stuff like that, because that's the only mechanism they have just to get back at you or to hurt you and stuff. That's not the answer. You get what I'm saying? You know. See, I'm an open book, but I'm a closed book. So I don't care what you say about me because I'm gonna tell you anyway. You feel me? Because I'm an upfront person. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an upfront. That's just how it is. I don't care about that. This is life. No one is better than that person. You get what I'm saying? I don't care if you got a whole lot of money. Life's still going life. We're gonna go through some stuff. It may be different stuff, but it's still gonna be, you're gonna go through some stuff. You get what I'm saying? That's it. So we got in this conversation because what he brought to, don't worry about the noise. Stop worrying about the noise. Stay with basically on yourself. You get what I'm saying? And that's how we got into this. You get what I'm saying? Worrying about how somebody look. If they don't look right or if they ain't dressed right. Man, them people, they ain't dressing for you. You get what I'm saying? Just like me. I don't never dress to impress no one. I'm not here to dress. When I put clothes on, I dress for myself. I can't even, to be honest, I'm not the type of person, and everybody's different, guys. Everybody's different. I don't try to figure out what I'm going to wear. I just do it. You get what I'm saying? Where some people, and some people do into that business though, where some people can't put clothing together. They have a heart, they struggle with that. I'm not speaking on that part. I'm just speaking about me. If I do, I'm the opposite. If I try to figure it out, I'll probably mess it up. Shoot, dog on it. Shoot. Say there are people that I don't rock with anymore, but never discuss their secrets that they confided in me. Closed chapter. That whole part, there you go, Miss Patty. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? That whole part, that whole part. And that's me too. Same thing with me. Know a whole lot of stuff. Have the whole town upside down. You get what I'm saying? you know? But I would never do that. It'll go to my grave. You get what I'm saying? I'm not that person at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Jay Jordan supporter, Buddha love, Buddha Destiny, trending live TV. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys. I love you. Much love to you guys for real. Yeah. Yeah. So I was saying this yesterday about don't get caught up with the fooleries. You see what I'm saying? Like I was saying about Buddha, I was sharing that. I said, I know you support me, but they don't have you in my community highlight. They don't never have you in my community, and I know you be supporting. You always supporting. They show 5 people each week, but Buddha don't be up in there. But guess what, Buddha? I know what you do. You feel what I'm coming from? I know what you do. So I don't let YouTube control what I know. You get where I'm coming from? Because if you allow YouTube to do that, you'll be all messed up. Yeah, and it cause division. That's what they be wanting. You feel me? That's what they be wanting. That's what they be wanting, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, Phoenix. Mwah. Yep. Yep. Phoenix is another one. Be showing mad love. You two don't show her in the community. Now, Miss Patty, you be on my highlight. They do show you. They show you in my highlight, my community highlight. Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys, that was important. So I'm getting ready to get off. Thank you, guys. Thank you all that came through. I'm getting ready to get off because I got to keep my head right because I have Bible study tonight. But he hit it on the nose with that. Worrying about other people. You get what I'm saying? And that's something like I listen. I listen. Ooh, baby. Listen, ain't now. I mean, I'm in my 50s now. I'm 54, but I've always been. Ooh, baby. Till you got your stuff perfect in your household or your whatever, your dorm or your wherever you at or what you got going on. Until you feel like you're perfect or you the prettiest thing and you perfect, then maybe, 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 maybe You get what I'm saying? Because you got people like I say, whatever you need to do for yourself, do it for yourself. If it's something that's gonna make you happy, do it for yourself. Do it for you, not for others. You have people changing their bodies and they're doing all types of stuff. That's because you're not happy with how you're not happy. And I try not to judge that. You get what I'm saying? I had a fr- I have a, actually I have a friend, and she did it. She was gonna do it, and I told her, I said, you know what, you look good the way you are. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a jealous person. I just keep, if you want to ask, listen, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. You get what I'm saying? One thing about me, if you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me. I'm the wrong person to ask. Okay? Wrong person to ask. Okay? I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. One thing about me. If you don't want to know the truth, do not ask me. You get what I'm saying? Now, my thing is, I'm not here to hurt anyone, and I'm learning to try to say things in a better way because I really don't be wanting to hurt. Because it's really how you put stuff out. You get what I'm saying? It really is. So, my thing was, a lot of people, they changing their butts, they doing all types of stuff. And then, like, okay, like my breasts, okay, now, I was gonna get rings, basically. That's what I was gonna do. And I wouldn't mind to have my breasts up some, with me personally. But for one, it wasn't like me not being happy with myself. It's just that dealing with this breast. But even with it being up, it's still. But at the end of the day, I'm like, listen, if a man can't, you better take it like it is. Because guess what? I had babies. You feel what I'm saying? And I still would encourage women breastfeed. You feel me? That's how it is. You get where I'm coming from? That's just how it go. So you have people changing their nose, and they changing, they getting butts and changing it and stuff. What that mean? That means you're not happy with it. You get where I'm coming from? You have to be happy with yourself, and then what they doing, you don't have to do nothing for no attention because a person gonna love you for who you are. You get what I'm saying? But if you feel you want to do something for you, you do it for you. You get what I'm saying? You do it for you. Do it for you. Do it for you. Do it for you. I go through this dealing with like my daughter, and it's not like no secret because it's out there. This is something else, but you know what? I let it go. She's changing over. She says she's a boy, she's a man. Okay, then you're a man. But I did have two girls. But at the end of the day, if you feel that's going to make you happy, but you got to understand, no matter what you do, you got to take you with you. That's my concern. Your happiness. You get what I'm saying? Your happiness. I don't care how much you try to change anything. Everything is right here within your heart, your happiness. Because a lot of people change this stuff. You still ain't happy, but it's not still dealing with spiritual warfare. You can't. It's mental stuff. You get what I'm saying? Spiritually, where you have to find happiness leaning on with God, and finding happiness within yourself. Greater is He is within here than it's out there in the world. You get what I'm saying? Hey, Cal. They change everything but their personality. Why try to recreate what God has created? Right. I told a lady not to do that. I did not know her, but she asked the question. She accepted what I said. Medical issues can be attached to that. Right, exactly. Like I was saying, like dealing with my back and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm like, listen. But a lot of it come from people use that, and it's true, it can. But a lot of stuff people change, they doing all that to get attention from the man and different stuff. When a man love you, truly love you, they're gonna love you for who you are, the mind. You get what I'm coming from? A real man gonna want that woman, that mental. You get what I'm coming from? They not gonna be. Listen, look at the picture. You get what I'm saying? If you look around, you feel like it's the opposites. People are opposite. No, it was huh? That's real though. It's the mental, man. It's the mental. So you got to be happy within yourself. And A lot of times people change themselves and then they still don't be happy. You feel what I'm saying? That wasn't the answer. It's not the answer. But at the end of the day, if you feel you want to do it for you, then you do it for you. I'm all for that. Little Kim was the same way. Little Kim was a look. Listen, she from Brooklyn, New York. You feel what I'm saying? Her and my best friend, well, my close friend, my kids, my godchildren's mother, which I lost her due to COVID a couple of years ago. And she was a pretty girl, always been a pretty girl, and she changed herself over, man. But at the end of the day, I still love her, but she didn't have to do that. But she did it. She did it. I still love her. I still love her music. But she even did it too. I'm just using that for example. She didn't even have to do it. You get what I'm saying? But it's a lot of them that do it, and you don't have to. She was a pretty girl, pretty woman, and she started doing, changing over. So I don't, so say my niece had a breast reduction because she was having severe back problems. Exactly. Yeah, Miss Patty. Yeah. Yeah. It is because the breast got a whole lot of fatty weight to it. It's weight to it. Yeah. See these breasts. Ooh, baby. Ooh, the thing's heavy. Never change, only evolve. Yeah. Okay, yes. The breast is heavy now. They are heavy, and it put wear on on your on your back. It does. I can relate to that. You know, you know. So I can relate to that. But yeah. So she doing that, and like I'm saying, I'm still saying she got to get used to me. She got to work with me because that's a process. That's like a process. It's not like an overnight process. You get what I'm saying? You know, and she's getting married, but she's changing over. She's saying son. I'm like, listen, I could get used to saying that. You know what I'm saying? So she got up, figured up in her head that so I'm just saying because this is life. This ain't no dirty laundry. This is life I'm putting out here because it's not a secret. She's changing over. People are going to be changed. And like I said, you have to accept. People have to get used to that. They're not used to it. So you give people a chance. You get what I'm saying? Basically, give people a chance. But it's not like nobody don't love you. You just got to give people a chance because this whole thing is just going on and at one time and people trying to keep their own mental together and then trying to worry about what you got going on. No, nobody can't do that. Nah. Yeah. Hey, Changing Methods, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. I hope everybody having a wonderful Tuesday. Yeah. But the main thing is you have, no matter what you do, you got to take you with you. You get what I'm saying? No matter what this is what I try to tell her, anyone, you got to take you with you, no matter what. You got to take you with you. And your happiness, it really starts from right here within it, right here. And again, what the more the story, this live was, that it's not about that noise. It's about what's going on right here in your own stuff. And we tend to take life for granted. We tend to take life for granted. Again, it's unfair. It could be unfair, but life is beautiful, and actually life is what we make it. Again, we is in a spiritual warfare. All this is still connected together. All this is still connected together. It seems like it's different, but no, it all still boils together. You get what I'm saying? You know, People are lost, and we were speaking about this earlier, like, me and my niece, and I told her I've been there where I lost myself, like, and I had to lean on God to help me to pick me back up. We get lost within ourselves when we go through stuff. You get what I'm saying? You know, and we tend to do different things, like maybe comfort eat, or just do just different whatever you do. We do different things. We're not perfect. No one is perfect. Life be life with everybody. So again, we don't have the right to be speaking about everybody. You get what I'm saying? We are differently, beautifully, and wonderfully made. Exactly. That's right. Change the method. Correct. Yes. Yes. That was the whole purpose. You get what I'm saying? God, He made us different. Hey, Latanya, cook for the souls. Latanya, look, I got a text on my phone, right? I'm like, I got a text. Excuse me, guys. And I'm like, look, that was my own text. The voice clip that I was sending you. It didn't go through. It came back. So my it didn't send. Say yeah. So I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. Going difference. Gonna make a right as I pop up the color and right. That's right. Yep. Change the method. Say have a fabulous day in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Change the method. Enjoy that. So my I've been. It came back to me. My phone full. Right. Okay. There you listen. Okay. Michael Jackson song, "That Man in the Mirror." This is basically what I'm saying. Get that peck out your eye, man. We can check it correct. And we listen. Like I say, what I was talking about, like it's so easy. People say, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't be talking about doing that, but with people, you can't be doing that. You gotta. Oh, excuse me. And those be the main ones. How you gonna be? I don't make it no that my business is literally be sitting talking about people. You get what I'm saying? Nah, nope. Yeah. Man in the mirror. That's right. There you go. He hit it on the nose. It's real, man. It's real all day long. You cannot let me, and this is not no opinion. This ain't no opinion. When you look in that mirror and you look, just really look in that mirror, and you could be in a happy space. Don't get me wrong. You could be in a great space, right? You could have stuff going on, but when you in a great space, you ain't got room to be trying to down nobody else either. You gonna come from, to be honest, you know. But even when you ain't got nothing good going on, if you having a tough stuff to come at me, and I be having like a tough time, I still don't use that energy to tear people down. You get what I'm saying? I don't do that. I be trying to figure out a way to fit solutions. Hold up, that's a dog. Ain't no loose dog on here. Whoa, baby, what the there? Satan is busy using God's creations to turn on one another in attempt to separate us from our Creator. There you go. You hit it on the nose. There you go. Change the methods, and look, that's his job. But see, and then he lose, and he know he lost. You know, that's what's going on. Spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual warfare. You get what I'm saying? It's a spiritual warfare. That's what's going on, man. Nope, 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 no, no. That's why I say, what can we do? Use that energy talking about what we could do to do some stuff different together. If that's the case, you get what I'm saying? Now we ain't doing that. I don't sit around doing that, none of that stuff, and nah, at all. Period. So, like I said, the same thing you got people that go off on the book, off the book, and like I was speaking about, like when the guy was came up here talking about some P Diddy, those are celebrities. You know, they still people forget that celebrities and icons, they still human people. That because they got money, that don't mean they ain't out there doing stuff. They ain't got no business. You get what I'm saying? We be out here doing stuff we ain't got no business doing. You know, so but when God forgives someone, God forgives. Just like when God forgive us, they gonna forgive them people too. You get what I'm saying? He lean go to if they go into them wholeheartedly, you know, with their whole mind, body, and soul. You know, like I had used R. Kelly for example. He wrote a whole album, and I'm gonna tell you, listen, that man, they ain't nothing fake. I felt that. I felt every bit of that. You know, so what God have forgave you for, you don't allow nobody to try to tear you down for something that God done forgave you for. You feel what I'm saying? People were saying use that same that listen, they'll use that will carry you. Don't let even let that hold on. So he still got a healing process that he's doing, and the people that he hurt, they have a healing process. You get what I'm saying? It's a healing process, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I don't get involved with that stuff, with none of that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. Cause listen, my thing is, like I said, this stuff is going around right here in our own communities. They just ain't got all the money. You get what I'm saying? But it's going on right here in our communities. It's real talk. Right here in our communities. Yeah. 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 Forgiveness. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be forget that. Yeah. 24/7. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Right here in our communities, this stuff, children is getting missing. You got trafficking going on all over the place. Stuff is going on. You get what I'm saying? Shoot. Yeah. Oh, so don't you think? Make it make sense now. Think about it now. If you that type of person that's off the book, you think a person ain't gonna try to bring the trash on the book too? Because I already had to try me, but it wasn't gonna work. Bye. I ain't got time. See where everybody else not getting what's going on, I get what's going on. You gotta keep moving the groove. You feel what I'm saying? Even if nobody else ain't understanding, it didn't matter. You get what I'm saying? Toodaloo, bye. You feel me? I don't do. I'll shut it. I'll shut it down. I'll shut it down real quick. When you can try drama, shut it down. That's just. That's it. That's all. I don't do it. And then I'm done with it. You get what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm over it. But when I give you me, I give you me. That's it. But when and there's something recently I've done too. This off the book though. I'm like, oh, try to be nice. Ain't no try. I'm being me. Okay, now I done seen some stuff now. Nope, I got you this. Nah, I ain't messing with that. Cause I already got the red flag already, and then some more. Nope, now listen, that's it. Bye. No. You get what I'm saying? Cause the flags, I'm telling you guys, them flags be there. The flags is, listen, a person gonna show you who they, listen, they gonna show you. They literally gonna show you. And when they acting like that, nah, no, gotta, listen. You gotta run for your life, and sometimes you literally gotta run for your life. I keep trying to tell y'all, you gotta keep moving and grooving. I got love for you. I don't hate you nothing, but no, can't be. I gotta keep my peace, man. Gotta protect your peace, man. I got, ooh, baby, no, no, they didn't make sense. We all be rolling. Right, exactly. They swam past it. But you know what? Some stuff I can't say I'm going to share this, guys. Some stuff, listen, it's challenging. You get what I'm saying? Some things is not supposed to be understood anyway. You get what I'm saying? Some things, and this is why I share. This is why I say I don't have it all together. Come on. You get what I'm saying? I don't have it all together. Do I supposed to? No. Because if I did, I wouldn't be able to learn nothing new. You get what I'm saying? So no, come on, make it make sense. It makes a whole lot of sense. You get what I'm saying? That helps me to grow closer to God because He's the only one that can show me. Something that I don't get or understand. Literally, man can't show me. He would be the only one that be able to show me, and I'm like, okay, I get that now. I get the picture. You get what I'm saying? That's why I don't have it all together. And at the end of the day, none of us have it all together. But I'm just the one to stand in it to say I don't have it all together. I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking my truth. I don't have it all together. Okay. Yeah, a learning spirit is needed to evolve us. Exactly, yeah. Unless you are the Father God, no one has it all together. Exactly, yes. And I'm definitely not God. I'm a child of God. I'm his child. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm his the creator, that God that created all things, you know, who cast down Satan because he was being greedy trying to be like God. Don't y'all listen. Think about it. Y'all see that going on? Y'all see that going on, right? Man trying to trying to undo what God already done. You get what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. That's just like they try to change time. It's not gonna work. I'm like, y'all sitting there waiting on that. How they? How you figure you going? How you going? Okay, I'll wait. I, I said, who was that? Was come on, they about to change. I said, y'all sit. I told them you sit and wait on that. They can't do that. How? Well, let them keep on. God, this is why God allowed men to continue to keep doing what they doing, and pretty much probably laughing. You know how we could do. Probably see a little like look at him trying to do that. No good as well. If you done did something where he can't mess with it, he started trying to. You may laugh a little bit with certain stuff because you know he ain't gonna do it because you got it fixed. It's the same thing with God. He already got it fixed. So how you gonna change something that God already fixed? You ain't God. But let them try to. But you know where that come from? That's greed, man. It's greed, man. That's greed, man. Like people be greedy now. They greedy. That's greedy. Instead of you being content, it's nothing wrong with wanting more. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong. Don't get it twisted. You know, it's a difference. It's nothing wrong when you got something you want a little bit more. It's nothing. Nothing wrong with that. But you got to learn how to be content at the state of where you at. You get where I'm coming from? You know, in order for God to continue to bless you, you know. But you got people with greed. Well, you got greed. You have corruption and all that stuff. You know, like the root, like the love of money is the root to all evil. In that sense, you get what I'm saying? You know, in that sense. You know, money is a tool to have. You know, what people that of course, well, you can spend, like you want or whatever the case is, though. But if you don't have that stability with God involved with that, it's gonna be a whole. It's gonna be a mess, man. It's gonna be a mess. The love of it, you're gonna come from is what's going like basically. I'm speaking about greed. Yeah, yeah. True and learn to be great. Yeah, Miss. Yes, Miss Patty. Yeah, the dragon gonna set up in God's house and place proclaiming to be God. Don't be deceived. Yeah, yeah, deceiving. Yeah, deceiving. Yeah, and that's what you got a lot of stuff going on now with that deceiving mess, man. Nah, ooh, baby. I pray for discernment, man. God, God protect me, and I ask God, for knowledge, wisdom, and wisdom and understanding. You get what I'm saying? You know, wisdom and understanding. That's very important. Very important, to help me with that, continue to, the path, because I still have a lot to learn at my age. You get what I'm saying? God, she's showing us so much. I see the picture. You get what I'm saying? I know the big picture. I know the truth. I know the big picture, But he is still showing us. He's showing us, but the thing is, and then my message I want to get out to people is just on peace be still, you know, in due time season. You get what I'm saying? In due season time. The due time season. Each season hold actually, each season hold its own. You get what I'm saying? So I'm praying like we're in a new season now. This is spring, but I get deep into that because it's more than spring. It's a new season. You get what I'm saying? We just left out the winter. The winter was cold, dark. You get what I'm coming from? Dark and cold, and a lot of stuff going on. I even had death in my family. And it's tough. It's tough. It's not easy, man. Cause it's like a dream. It's still like a dream. But I didn't want to fall into no depression. You get what I'm saying, guys? I didn't want to fall into no depression because it's like, well, how's I'm going to go on without this man in my life? Well, the same how when he was in my life because he left nothing but great memories for me. You get what I'm saying? Great, nothing but great memories. You know. So no, I'm getting emotional now, guys. Okay. Well, the how I'm going to go on is the same how I was, I got chills in my body. So I just want you guys, how you kept going on, how God, brought you through it. He's gonna continue to bring you through everything else. Don't let nobody misguide you or mislead you or nothing. Because people think they God, they think they God and they not. You get what I'm saying? No, we only got one: the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Just one. That's it. You get what I'm saying? You got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, don't get misled. Don't get misled. And Have your own mind, use your mind, and just, stay encouraged, And as I encourage you guys, I continue to encourage myself as well too, and growth, and my children, they older, but I still love them, and my grandchildren, I love them, and my my family, my family, and my sisters and brothers in Christ, everyone, my YouTube, all of y'all sisters and brothers in Christ, We all sisters and brothers in Christ. Y'all not know that? We all sisters and brothers in Christ. Whether you like it or not, that we are. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. There ain't nothing you can do about it because this is how he made it. He made us that way. You get what I'm saying? You know? Shoot. Doggone it. This season is symbolic of new life, growth, and renewal. Well said, Miss Patty. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. It is. It really is. It is. And I want to continue to grow. I want to be, and it's like a decision. Decision. You got, like, this year's like decision making. Like, make up your mind. It's like make up your mind. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And look, we already in the month of March. We're about to be in the month of April, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What's in your heart? Whatever's just going on in your life, whatever's going on, listen, I was speaking on that today. Listen, let it go. You got to, listen, give to God, let God work it out, trust him, and watch what he do. You get what I'm saying? And as I talk to you guys, I'm talking to myself too, Let it go, man. Let it go. Let it go. It's real. And y'all going to see more stuff. God going to be showing you more. He already been showing us stuff. Pay attention. He been showing. He been showing. The devil been working, but God been working too. See what I'm saying? While the devil been working, God been stepping in. He just allowing some stuff to happen. But he been stepping in too. Just pay attention. So all you need to do is just sit back, pay attention. And that's the thing is when you stay focused on the wrong things, you get distracted of what God trying to show you, trying to show us. Okay? Stay on the path, stay focused. Because if you don't, you're going to lose out. You're going to lose out. Who cares what that person say or what that person got going on? You got to think about what you doing for you. And I promise you, God will not fail nor forsake you. He's not. And he got you. I shared that today. That was my message today. I said I was going to share something else. But God led me to say something else. That he got you. Watch him work. So we do. And I said we do, and because I know I do. I have decisions to make. Make up your mind. What you gonna do? This is year 2025. This year is something about this year. It is like Miss Patty said. She spoke it. It's a renewal. It is, and I thank you. Don't think because I don't have a tie, I'm not have no collar around my neck, that I don't know what I'm saying, and you can't receive the message because this is a real message. And that Miss Patty shared too. It's real. He's sending different people to send out his messages. It don't matter what go on. You ain't got to, listen. Even if you in the church house, well, it don't matter. His word is God's word is going to get out one way or the other. He gonna listen. Listen. Pay attention. It's real, man. It is so real. You can't get no realer. You get what I'm saying? He used it, and you see how he used the men. None of them was perfect, but he gave them Holy Spirit to be able to write on the scrolls. He uses us. He give us, when I'm not perfect, but he'll give me Holy Spirit to give out a message to you guys. To say what he want me to say when I'm not knowing that what I'm going to say. And when I'm talking to you, I'm listening to myself as well. Because I already know this. I already know. I know already, guys. Because I know I believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. See what I'm saying? I believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and it have nothing to do with religion. That is what stands in what you. It's the truth, spiritually, man. It's a spiritual thing, man. It's real. It's nothing to play. It's no play about it, baby. No play about it at all. None. Everybody ain't gonna be for you. Don't worry about them. Cause it's laid out. Do you not remember when they crucified Jesus, man? They killed him. They crucified him. He died. He knew he was gonna die for us. Can we all can we agree to that? That Jesus died. He shed blood. The blood was real. He was crucified. So do you not know you're gonna be crucified for standing up for Jesus, for speaking about him was real? That the same thing that everybody seen and know? You understand what I'm saying? It's real, man. It's real. So I don't make room to sit and judge people. I try not to make room to even to complain. And when I ask God, please forgive me for complaining. It's easy for us to do that. You get what I'm saying? It really is. It's easy for us to do that, even when we're not really, paying in any mind that that's what we're doing. We got to be grateful because we are blessed, but it's still a lot we have not seen yet. But we could be covered. God gonna cover you. Only thing, see, we are the ones that leave Him. God don't never leave us. We be the one that leave. You get what I'm saying? He'll never leave us. He'll never leave us. Never. We be the ones that leave. But he got us. He got us. We just want us. Don't get misled. Thank you, Miss Patty. He is with you even in the ends of the world. Yes, they killed the author of the life. Yeah, yeah. So I didn't expect to be up here, guys, today sharing this, but again, that's how it be. God is so good. I could be in my car speaking on some stuff too, and I could clown around and play my music and do things, but at the end of the day, I'm literally a serious person. You get what I'm saying? I'm corny too. I say I'm corny because I don't really be doing too much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's, but I literally stand in my faults. I know my faults. You know. Um, I fall short. I fall short, guys. I fall short for real. Yes, He is forever by our side. Exactly, He is, Latanya, and I'm so grateful. And that's what I'm grateful for. That His love will forever reign, and He love us unconditional. So don't never ever ever think what you got going on, what you doing, like God don't love you, because people make you think that. They'll make you think that God don't love you. You get what I'm saying? hmm I was talking about that prostitute, right? When they was throwing them stones about that prostitute, what he did, he forgave her. See what I'm saying? We got to be mindful. We got to be careful. We got to be dealing with mindful of do to unto others as we want done unto you. How we treat people. So let me tell you, I love Little House on the Prairie, and you know what the show yesterday. And of course, it'd be reruns. It was the one when his son, well, by accident, he ran into. I don't know if y'all watched Little House on the Prairie or not, but it was this particular show when his son, both Albert and James, mind you, both of them is a doctor, but they're his sons. He loved them like they're his own. Okay, because that's what we do. They went. It was his birthday, 12th birthday, and he won the raffle where they went into this place, and time he walked into the bank, somebody was they was robbing the bank. They walked into that. They walked into that. He got shot. Basically, the doctor saying ain't nothing they could do for the son. He went off. Charles was praying. He went in that church. Yeah, I like Little House. Yes, I love it, Miss Patty. That is my favorite show. And I was trying to watch it today, and Trina was, and I'm like, man, I caught her on the phone and I'm like, oh my God, I was watching. I'm like, man, I got to, oh, I got to put her on the TV. I'm like, man, dang, I'm going to have to put my show on hold. But Charles, he went off and they didn't get it. See, he felt something. That's the thing, guys, I want to share with you. Charles felt something. He talked to the Reverend. The Reverend came in there and everything, and he said, mm-mm. He's, he said he can't explain it. See, because God was talking to him. God was talking to him. God was talking to him. The Reverend didn't even get it. You know why? Because he never witnessed a miracle. He said, you asking for a miracle. He never witnessed it. Guys, I witnessed a miracle. I witnessed a miracle. Dealing with my mother. Ooh. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Oh, man. I tell you, I was up there crying. I'm like giving God praise right there in my bedroom. I'm telling you. Oh, he took his son. He made this thing for him to lay, for him. They took him out there in the woods. Well, of course, God spoke to him. Like he said, God not literally talking to him. He's speaking to him in his head through spirit. You get what I'm saying? People expect for God to be literally speaking. You get what I'm saying? No, he do speak to us. Spiritually, he speak to us, man. He's speaking to him spiritually, speaking to him. He's telling him to build that. It was like a ark thing. He had put a cross up. His son there. Then here you go, an old man came through. He was making soup. He had Bo offer him some. Right? Offer him some. And he said, well, he can't. He said, you have to do it at the drawer. He said, well, after, he said, maybe I could try. He was like, I don't, he said, sometimes they'll do it for a stranger. Listen. He said, let me try. He went to him. He fed him. That was even though that was TV, it was a message in it, man. It was a message in that. That's the point. It was a message in it. Says a lot of things people don't get. When it be TV, think it's just TV. No, it's a message in it. He drunk it. That soup. That soup. He looked at him while he was drinking it. Charles just looked. The man left. He told him, bless you. He said, he was telling him, you basically keep praying. If you got faith, he was like, yeah. Okay. He left. Mr. Edwards come there. He come there to check on Charles, and he was like, Charles, and Charles was telling him how an old man came there, and he's telling him that he drunk the soup. He didn't want to hear none of that. See what I'm saying? They wasn't listening. Charles said, no, I'm not going back. I'm not going back with you. He didn't leave because he knew what he had going on with God to save his son. Mr. Evans went back and told Caroline, which is his wife. She said, I got to go. And basically, that she'll listen to him. That old man came to him. That's getting ready to leave out. The old man was like, no, don't go tonight. Wait till tomorrow. He was like, well, why not go tonight? He said, you will see. So it's lightning and thundering now. And y'all notice when a lot of stuff go on, the storm, do you notice where you at? It don't matter where you at. When stuff be going on, do it not rain? Do it not rain and it be stormy? Think about it. Where you at? I don't know where y'all live at. But think about when people die, seem like when people die, stuff going on, it's storm. Pay attention to what I'm saying now. It was storming. See, it was time to be peace, be still. While the storm was going on, God was working something out. God was working something out during that storm. You understand what I'm saying? He was working something out. You feel me? This goes on here. I pay attention to stuff like that. You understand? I see the big picture, man. It is like I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be teaching. I literally supposed to be teaching. I have to regroup. So he took his son. The man came back and he said, it's tonight, right? He said, yeah. Because he knew, he felt it. Y'all get it? You know you feel something in your stomach. You know when even when something ain't right or something, you know and believe it because it ain't. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You know it. You believe it because you know it's real. You better believe it. Stand in it. It's real. So he went. The thunder. He went on whatever God had going on. Next thing you know, his son touching his face. He woke up. He's saying, "Paul." That look on face, his faith. Man, the point is, man, through your faith, you can move mountains. Through your faith, you can move mountains. So when they came back the next day, Charles came around there, and she come back to come think she's gonna come get her son. You got your husband, but you got your son too. His faith. Because he told him, Mr. Evans, when he left, he said, tell my wife I love her. Because he said, anything you want me to say, tell her I love her. But tell her to have faith. Tell her to have her faith. Faith. All she could do is she seen that her son come across around that thing, and she ran to it. And then when it just went off, it was nothing else to be said. Nothing else to be said. Guess what, guys? It's real. That was a message. And I witnessed a miracle. And I'll never forget it. You know, my mom was in that room, and my mama was like, because she know me. And she was like, she was like, no. This is what I never forget. It was just like yesterday. Oh, and this was like 26 years ago. I never forget it. It could be 27 to be exact. I never forget it. My mama said, Miss, I held up. I held up. And I held on. I held on. I held on. She was the walking dead, man. God still worked miracles. I watched the miracle. My whole family watched the miracle. Okay? She was up there in Bethel. I believe, was it Mount Sinai? You know that same, my mother was in the hospital, Mount Sinai. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible. Now we back to the same thing now. They said it was nothing else they could do for her. Nothing. That was what, over 3 years ago? My mama's still walking on water. Her faith. You feel me? It's real, man. It's real. It's real, guys. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. So, guys, I didn't expect to come up here for this today. I really didn't. But God had another plan. And I'm grateful for it. I'm so grateful for it. And I thank Him. You know, I thank Him. And none of that was a coincidence with my cousin. When he set that off, it wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't. It was nobody but God for that to happen, for me to share this to you guys. You understand what I'm saying? This was supposed to be. It was. And I pray that if not at least all of y'all, at least somebody receive what I said. You get what I'm saying? You know, it's sufficient. You get what I'm saying? Each one teach one. Because it's no play. This is real. And it's for all of us, you know. It's for all of us. All of us. And I'm getting ready to get off, you know, and ending on this live. I want to let you guys know to have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. A wonderful Tuesday. I struggle. I'm still want to keep my peace, and then I love peace. Nothing better than peace of mind. But I still get them triggers because I'm edgy due to I'm still a little edgy. So I try not, you know, I ask God, you know, because I don't want to. Because your attitude equals your altitude. You get what I'm saying? You know. So it's challenges. I have no challenges. But I want y'all to have a wonderful day. Thank you all that was here. You know, and again, I hope you pray that you receive what I said and carry with you because we need this more now than ever. Each day, you know, every day, you know. And like Miss Patty said, Miss Patty said, it is. It's a renewal of mind, renewing for different things. This year right here is different from any other year. It really, this year is different. It's not the same. It's different. It's not the same like all the others. This year is different. I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. Okay. Mwah. They don't want me to get off. What in the world?